Hey there YouTubers, JB Coins here with another video. We've talked in many videos that one of the things we try to do is find unusual places to find our coins, and also to keep our eyes open just on a daily basis what we get in our transactions. Camera Girl went shopping yesterday at the local grocery store, and she came home and she showed me that she got 3 brand new shiny quarters. They were all Bombay hook 2015 Ps. Well, we know the 2015 P Bombay hooks have errors, so went back to the grocery store because it's only a mile from the house, asked if we could buy a roll. They said sure, no problem, and they gave us a brand new Loomis uncirculated roll of 2015 P Bombay hooks. So we're going to open these up live. We're going to see if we can find anything unusual or that's obvious, because the main error that we have found on the Bombay hooks so far have been a combination of weak strike on the face, which shows up pretty well that the letters are kind of weak and smeared, and the other error is the cud or multiple cuds in the mouth of the bird that's standing up in the image. So we're going to try and do this live on one shot and see what we've got. But man, that's nice and shiny. Seems kind of strange coin horror hunting and getting excited over nice and shiny. Okay, if you see the discoloration around the rim there, around the birds, yeah, see if you can zoom in. There you go. Okay, if you can see where it's kind of fuzzy and it's not as shiny around that perimeter, that usually is a sign of a weak strike. See if we can't flip this thing over. See what it looks like on this side. Yeah, we've kind of got the same condition. See that where it looks kind of gray instead of silver? A lot of times that is an indication of a weak strike, and yeah, I can see it looking at it. The United in the United States is really faint. It's not a real strong strike. I mean, it looks okay on here, but if you look at it up close, it'll tend to not show up very well. So we're going to go through these, like I said, and let's see. Oh, I want to try not to bang these around too much because these appear to be in really nice shape. I think this is probably the first Loomis roll that I've ever actually opened up like this. Same thing, there's a little bit of discoloration here where it could be indicative of something, but I don't see anything really, really obvious. Same thing here and here. Yeah, I see. They're all so far exhibiting that discoloration and that fuzziness, which would be an indication of a weak strike. On some of those, we've like this one here is really fuzzy. On some of those, we found some of the double lettering too, and double date, or doubling on the date. Don't want to get my terminology all tangled up. All of these appear likely candidates to have issues so far. But I mean, other than that, these things are brand new crisp strike. Well, I wouldn't say crisp strike because they're weak strikes, but they're brand new uncirculated. They don't even look like they have bag marks on them, which is miraculous because usually when you get brand new coin like this, there's at least bag marks on them. I'm not even seeing those. That's wild. I mean, these could all, well, that one's got a bag mark, but that's the first one I've seen. These could all wind up being like BU, with the exception of the fact that they have issues. So that's pretty wild. Not seeing anything obvious. Obviously, one of the things you want to check too is orientation on all the quarters, all the coins really, but the quarters seem to have a disproportionate amount of, the head facing this way, and you flip it over and the image should face this way, and a lot of times it's like this or even completely upside down. So far everything here is going to have to go under the microscope. I mean, none of them, the strange thing here, or actually this one might be the exception to the rule that I was just going to say. None of them but this is the first one that doesn't have that fuzzy feature to it, where that could wind up being a BU state, you know, uncirculated, really nice clean coin with crisp features. The rest of these all have that hazy appearance to them. There's another one that might make the cut for a clean coin, as far as, you know, BU, no error. Now there's one that's really kind of funky looking. It's got discoloration all over the coin. You can kind of see it. That's very strange. And it's got the haze on the back for potential weak strike. I'm going to set that one off to the side so I look at that one first. Same thing as the others. Same thing as the others. And then this one, same thing as the others, but what I'm going to show you is, a lot of you guys have asked about this. If we can get it to yeah, there we go. It shows up well. You can see as I move the coin back and forth that there's a ring, a circular ring, right around the inside of the lettering area of the coin. That's from the rolling process of the crimping of the end of the roll. A lot of times we'll catch that last coin, and we'll do that. I've had a lot of new folks to the hobby ask whether or not that's a potential error or, you know, anything important. And no, that's actually damage from the rolling process. So don't see anything obvious here. We're going to go through these on the microscope, see what we find, and you know, see if we find anything other than, you know, your typical weak strikes, and we'll get back to you. Okay, YouTubers, here's our first wrap, such as it is. Out of the roll of quarters, which was, you know, 40 quarters in a $10 roll, we have about 26 that have exhibited some sort of, you know, small cuds, things that are imperfections, possible errors or varieties, whatever you'd like to call it. As we saw when we were going through them real quickly, not surprisingly, well, I guess you could say surprisingly, these two that we had singled out and said, yeah, these look like they might actually be clean. They actually are clean. No cuds, no issues or blemishes on the coins whatsoever. So those would be BU state quarters, 2 out of 40. And then these 4, we also had singled out, particularly this first one. You can see the discoloration. That's not actually discoloration, that's actually the light reflecting off the different tone, not toning. I apologize. It's the light reflecting off of the different condition of the coins. You can see it better as I do this. You can see the coins to the right. You can see what looks like almost bluish gray. And on the left coin, it's different. Yeah, there's some bluish gray there as I tip the camera this way, but it's much different when you go this way. The mint marks, you'll see this stuff. The mint marks and the lettering on these 4 coins, while they're visible here on the camera, if you get up close, which this camera won't do, I'm gonna take some photos for you under the microscope and let you guys be the judge of what exactly is going on here. This coin in particular, the first one. the mint mark on that coin, I'll tell you in advance, is pretty much obliterated. It's there. You can see that there's a P there, but there's virtually nothing above the surface of the coin. The letters on all these are in varying states of that. The bird on the back has the cud in the mouth. Some of them have 2, 3, 4 cuds in the mouth. But the face, the weak strike on the face, the smearing of the lettering, and the obliteration of some of the lettering front and back, and some doubling on the back lettering as well, is just I mean, I just kept saying, oh my God, when I was looking at these things. So I'm going to put the pictures up. The video's already kind of long, so until next time, or unless we wrap again after the video or after the photos, but I think at this point we'll probably call it. So until next time, please continue to like, share, comment, give us some advice on what you'd like to see next. And if anybody out there knows what these things are called, that'd be great too. Because frankly, guys, when you see them, you'll realize there's more than one thing going on, and I don't know what to call them. So until next time, JB Coins signing out.